Hello, Alex. I'm making this video for you. I watched your, I think two, there might be more, but I watched two videos here on the new Star Wars, The Last Jedi, and I got to tell you, you say you're a liberal, and hey, that's I'm with you on the thinking that as long as nobody's messing with me, I don't care what they think, I don't care what they do. You know, if they don't want to have sex with me and they don't want to kill me and they don't want to take my shit and steal from me or, you know, hurt my livelihood, I'm with you on that, 100%, dude. Uh, you know, and I say I'm a like hard right wing conservative. I'm probably not really, you know, like real right wing. I am conservative though. I grew up thinking I was a Democrat, and then I come to find out I'm more of a Republican or whatever, but like, I'm with you. You know, the politics don't need to be in these movies. You know, and there might be some in there, but you're totally right with the storytelling needs to be first. But I wanted to show you just how much. Wanted to show you how much I hate women. Like you're talking about. I play Star Wars: The Old Republic. Love that clip with Shatil Shan. That is the shiznit, dude. I you know, and let me pop in. I forgot my password here. Okay, so I play a lot of games: World of Warships, War Thunder. I actually play an old one called Napoleon Total War. Yeah, okay, I know about that. Don't care about that. That's tomorrow. So. And I play actually a really old one called Disciples. I actually have a special computer set up with Windows Vista because it won't play on 10. It kind of does, but it doesn't really. It lags so bad that I actually have to set that up on a other computer I can't record it to, which is kind of irritating. I'd love to record it. I don't think the mirrorless would work on Vista. But I played World of Warcraft for quite a few years. I was playing Star Wars there for a long time till they screwed it up. They've done some things in this game that I totally hate. And I used to love making videos about this game too, but their limit cap on the planets has just totally screwed this game up. Or for me anyway. Maybe it hasn't screwed it up for the people. I still get on here a little bit and I dink around on it, but I just don't play it like I once did, and come on, load up. I'm gonna show you why. Okay, this is like basically my main character, Theodora of Oz, and I tried to model her after Mila Kunis, the witch character she played in Oz the Great and Powerful. I even put these tattoos because in this game, she's called it's called Miraluka. She's a Miraluka, which is the only green people in the game. And, of course, in Star Trek, they have the Orions. And I wanted to try to make an Orion slave girl. Now, you know, because this is because I'm sure, it's because I hate women. That's why I made a character like this. And I had to actually work my butt off and get a lot of social points in the game so that I could buy her this slave outfit that you actually buy on, if I remember right, it's Tatooine. But you actually have to, get a bunch of social points. You have to do a bunch of group stuff, which is another thing I get a little tired of these MMO games, is that they have a communistic feel. They try to force you into socialist gaming. And these MMOs, World of Warcraft, and this one here, quite a few games I've played, you have to get in a clan, you have to get in a guild. If you don't get in a clan or a guild, guess what? If you don't get in a clan or a guild, you're not going to get the best armor, you know. And I mean, especially this game in War Thunder, you can play player versus experience, or you can play player versus player, and which is another thing that kind of after I more or less figured out how this stuff works, kind of irritates me because you play player versus player. You know, you got to buy 2 sets of armor. It's freaking ridiculous that you have to buy 2 sets of armor. It's one of their little tricks that they can get you to play more game. You know, it's one of their ways to get you to keep putting the money into the game, keep putting the money in the game. And you know, I get the business. I get that they want to make money. Yeah, and it took me a while. When this game first came out, I had to get her to, I think it was level 50 before I could get an actual red crystal for her lightsaber. And I worked for quite a long time to get this special lightsaber that was special at the time, because they had 3 different versions. This is the only one that kind of has the fire into the lightsaber, and it has the little, I call them the guard spike kind of thing. And you know, of course, they have a lightsaber that's somewhat like Kylo Ren's in this games now. Get her to put this up. And I made her a sorcerer. She can throw all kinds of lightning and stuff. But you know, and then I had some people in World of Warcraft, because I had made some characters in World of Warcraft, and it was kind of the same thing. I tried to put them in the. I didn't want the outfit to be nasty, but I wanted it to be sexy and stuff, you know. And she's definitely probably my most sexiest character on this game. Let's see. Oh, the thing's over there. I want to log out right quick. So I don't want to just show you this girl for 15 or 20 minutes or whatever. But and you know, and I have some male characters on here too, of course. But and I have a couple. Actually, my main characters on World of Warcraft are actually male characters. But you know, I've made some female characters on here. This is as of late, I've actually made like beginning characters and try to put them in interesting armor, and I play them up to about 20. And let's see, here's Alexandrina. This is another. She's a Mariluka, but I made her more. Try to make her look more yellowish skin and stuff. And Crimson Wraith. She's actually a Sith, and again, and you know, a long time ago in World of Warcraft, somebody asked me like, why do you, if you're a man, why do you make a female character? And I said, well, you're playing this game, they're usually standing in front of you on the screen like this. And I got really tired of looking at male asses on my characters, basically. Here's one of my male characters. This is Magless Raven, because I couldn't name him Malgus Revan, which is 2 of the Sith characters in the game. You know, anybody that knows about the game. And I actually have Revan's armored bottom on him, and Malgus's top, and then his lightsabers. I actually have purple, really nice purple. There's a real cheap purple you could get that was almost a pinkish purple. And he uses 2 lightsabers, but actually one of my main male characters that I made to begin with, and it's kind of irritating me now because they want me to change his name, so I probably will never play this guy again because I'm not changing his name. He can just sit in this queue forever. This is Of the Rings, and the reason I named him Of the Rings is because I put the Lord title in front of him, so he's Lord of the Rings. And I actually worked quite a bit to get this armor to look for him too, and he's actually got 2 really cool lightsabers that have the spikes on the lightsaber, not the light spikes, just the spikes. Let's see, manganese. I don't remember this one. It's been okay. So here's another female I made, and I use kind of the she's a chiss, and I use the cleavage top. I call it the cleavage top. It's actually a kind of a fancy dress, and I also use the skirt from I can't remember. He's a Sith Lord, and he has I kind of think it's a goofy looking crown, but I like the skirt. If I'll hop in here right quick so you can see how the outfit looks here. Come on, load up. But you know, I'm with you. I really hate you don't like women, or if you play a character on a game and you make a sexy female, if you know, and there's some of the games where I don't know, maybe I would agree that they kind of go too far. I haven't even reset her toolbar, but as you can see, she has the like I said, I have her in the on the actual space station, I think. Oh no, she's on Korriban. But anyway, and I have a modified toolbar, but I worked quite a while to get some of these, I worked quite a while to get some of these outfits because I mix and match the pieces. And if you notice, her lightsaber is actually pink, her blade, and I'm using the overtuned lightsaber again, and it actually looks pretty good with the pink crystal, which she has to be 10, but you know, and I had to buy that, and of course, I don't know, maybe that makes me gay because I like a pink lightsaber, or maybe that you know, makes me hate women because I've got a pink lightsaber or something like that. I don't, you know, and I'm kind of with you. It's like whatever, people say their shit. It's yeah, okay, whatever. You know. Okay, let me get out of here. Escape. I don't think it's showing on my screen, but my mirrorless, my little mirrorless thing is blocking my menu options, so I have to kind of hit the escape to get the menu. And I've heard rumors that supposedly they're going to get rid of this game. That they've just put a big expansion on. I don't think they'll get rid of it. There's actually been a renewed. Okay, so you've already seen these ones. Actually, I like hers. This one too. This is kind of sexy without. It's not over cleavage, kind of a thing. One of the things I could say about this game too, it's kind of funny. They have 4 body styles in this game, and this is basically the chubbiest female. She's the most round. I call her the plumpest female. They have a skinny one. They have an Amazon one. Actually, Crimson Wraith is a Amazon one. And if you stand her by a man in the game, she's actually pretty tall. And but if you use the big one, if you actually use the big body style on the man, they make him overweight. Now see here, this would probably be more of the feminist style. I actually have this. This is a Jedi I made, Saphira, and I got a scar on her face. I don't know if they'd like that, but she's also a Miraluka. I like the Miralukas because they can, when they heal, they sit and they glow. They look like they're meditating. Is one of the reasons I like them. And anyway, I put her in honestly decent Jedi robes, pure Jedi robe thing. Made her hair white and stuff. So, and then I had made. Oh, this is a good one. Maul of America. This is Darth Maul of America, and I love it. I spell actually M-A-L, and they haven't caught on to this one yet. There's an outfit in the game that looks like Darth Maul's outfit, kind of, sort of, but and it's the Life Day robes, and then I'd have to get a black dye module, which would cost frickin' an arm and a leg, but so I tried to design this guy to look as close to Darth Maul as I could, with the because you can pick the horn designs and you can kind of pick the face tattoos, and I worked hours on this guy, and this is about as close as you could get to making Darth Maul in the game. Is this guy right here, in my opinion? Maybe somebody could make one that even looks more like him, but and then of course he's an assassin, so he can use. He has a double lightsaber, and I got red crystal in it, so I tried to make it as authentic to Maul as I could, and of course they were not going to let you have Darth Maul, but I thought it was pretty good making Maul of America. I thought it was clever, anyways. This is Moff Imp, which is funny because he's actually he's a Republic. Supposed to be kind of like Han Solo, but I actually put him in an Imperial uniform, and I named him Moff Imp, which is like Moff Imperial, you know. And I go around and I play the game, and to me it's it's slightly amusing. I shouldn't say it's hilarious, but it's slightly amusing because I'm walking around playing on this character that's walking around the Republic, and he's in a Imperial officer uniform with a name like Moff Imp, and you know, I kind of got a little kick out of him. Okay, this is Wraith Raven. Here's another one. She's Amazon, and she's a bounty hunter kind of thing. And in her story, she gets a Wookiee, and I made her a little Amazonish, and I got you know, metal arm guards and metal leg plates, and then I got her in a dancer slaves outfit again. So I'm sure somebody would whine and cry about this one. And I haven't played most of these at all, but I find it amusing now. All of a sudden, they want me to change this name. They don't like Wraith Raven, and I'm tempted to see if they would let me name her Raven Wraith. You know, because all of a sudden, there's a few of these characters that just I hadn't played this for like a super long time. This girl, I actually made Esmeralda. Well, I got her to 68, but I had made this girl when this race, I don't even remember the name of this race, but this race was a late race. They had finally made her available, and all of this gear is actually level 7 gear, but it had nice mods to it and stuff, which I always used to kind of complain that they didn't have low-level stuff for like the beginning areas. Okay, yeah, Prostitute. I kind of know why, and I kind of know why they want me to change her name, but I actually had a mage in World of Warcraft that I called Prostitute, and people thought it was kind of cute and stuff like that. And now see, here's Scarlet Wraith, and again, I think she's a sage. Okay, so this is another one that shoots lightning, but you know, like I said, some of the times I just play these characters till I hit about 20, and then I delete them or whatever, because to me, that's almost the fun part of the game anymore, is the beginning to about 20, and then after that, it just gets well, okay, this is Sandy Claus, and they don't like that. They want me to get rid of Sandy Claus, and he's actually like an Imperial spy. He's actually an operative, and I bought this sand person outfit, and I had it on there, and there's other sand people armor and shit that you can get in the game and stuff, and off the you know, and I got a bantha. I was wishing they would come up with like a gaffy stick, and they actually have a gaffy stick on. I have a little speeder that he can get on, and it has a gaffy stick on the side, and he has a little totem pole with like skins and stuff on it. But and then I got to laugh, and I ran into it. There was actually people that made a guild, and they were all dressed like sand people, and in chat they would type and stuff like that when they would say, they'd actually say some words, and then they'd put a bunch of R's behind it, like you know, to make it like they were, you know, because I actually have a guild in here, and he was the head of the guild. It's called the Dark Side of the Dune. And okay, here's another one, Scarlet Fever, and they don't like that one either. And I love. And see, she's got a black dye mod. She's got almost that same outfit. You can kind of tell I like that red sash. That actually come off of Visamar, the sash, and the like the head cover. And she is a mercenary, and the mercenary is one of the only humans that they let you do these tattoos with. They won't let you do these tattoos with a Jedi or a basically any other class. The only class that they'll let you do the tattoos with is the mercenary on the humans, and then if I remember, I think I had to pay to get her hair red and all that shit too. So, but the dye mod for this thing, being a all black dye mod, was like I don't know, $1 million. It was a bunch. But this is another one. I really don't want to change her name. So if I do change her name, I can't change it to Fever Scarlet, you know, but maybe I can make her. I don't know, Scarlet something, Scarlet Plague. Maybe I can get away with that, but I'm not really worried about it because, like I said, I haven't really been playing some of these. I got them up into the 50s, the 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever, and then I just don't play the game that much anymore. I'm gonna quit out of here right quick. Like I said, I don't want to make this thing I don't want to make this thing 2 hours long or anything like that. Maybe 20, 30 minutes. I try to keep them on 20, 30. See, I'm already on 20. So, I kind of rambling. Let's see, do I have my... I'm going to try to hop into my World of Warcraft right quick unless it needs to download or something. And if it does that, then I won't mess with it. But, yeah, I'm with you, man. They've redone the Spider-Man movies 3 times, so part of me don't see why they can't do the. Maybe they can go ahead and. Oh yeah, it's got to download. So anyway, I'll either do a different video on these characters sometime or something if somebody wants to see them, or it's not really important. It's kind of a redo of the Star Wars thing, though. It's like I have male characters and I have female characters and stuff like that, and the female characters are. I think I've made them classy. They're sexy, but they're classy. I don't think they're nasty. There's actually games I could play. I think it's Skyrim that you can literally basically have sex in the game if you really want to do that, or you can run. There's mods where you can have the females naked and stuff like that. So if anybody thinks I'm a male chauvinist pig piece of shit, then you're welcome to your welcome to your opinion. There's a lot of little people out there that like their anime and their dang it, thought I required a okay, I'll restart it, whatever. I just anyways, I'll cut it there. I don't want to just keep rambling on. And thank you for watching. But appreciate your channel, dude. Because you definitely are talking the righteous stuff. Because yeah, they need to redo that movie if there's any hope at all that they're gonna somehow save Star Wars, then they just need to probably actually make a public announcement that, well, you know what, we screwed the pooch and we're just going to redo it. I was somewhat okay with the Force Awakens. I'm kind of with you on that. I think it was okay enough that you could have worked from it. I didn't like how she, beat up Kylo Ren. Like you said, she just picked up a lightsaber and 2 days later she's mind tricking stormtroopers and she's out there and at least what they did do with it though is she wasn't winning to start with. He was beating her ass and then he made her mad, which I've kind of always thought that was even with Luke in the first movies, I kind of thought that was interesting too, though. It is because it seemed like when he beat Vader, he beat him because he ended up using anger to beat him. In a sense, he got mad about the idea that Leia could be turned, and that's when he kind of went off. And but he still resisted going to the dark side, but it's like he still had to use his anger to beat his father in the lightsaber duel kind of thing. And it seemed like Darth Vader seemed to be like he would. To a point, he was the same guy he was in the first and second movies, but to another point, he wasn't. But you could explain it in a sense that he was conflicted, like Luke said, and that he wasn't totally, that there was still good in him, and he was conflicted over Luke being his son. But it seemed like that weakened him in a way too, because, like I said, he was, he was Billy Badass, nobody could beat him, kind of stuff, and if he would have been totally turned to the dark side kind of a thing, he definitely would have been, he would have killed Luke. And the only thing that maybe made him weak was because of his compassion and his conflict. But yeah, I think you're right. I think YouTube fans could probably write a better Star Wars movie than the one that just came out. And You know, I don't think they need to reset The Force Awakens. We can accept it. You know, there's parts in it that you're kind of like, yeah, you don't like it, but as a whole, it could have been worked with. But yeah, Ryan Johnson just totally just, you know, and like I said, it's hard to tell if they were just trying to make the whole movie a big shock value thing, or yeah, I mean, I agree with you on the feminist agenda and all that, but it seemed like the twists, all of the things they kept setting you up for, and then you're like, oh, you know, and you see Luke Skywalker down in the water, so you're like, oh, cool, you know, you think some of that stuff's going to come into play, but it just doesn't, and I don't know, you know, I just agree with you on it. So thank you much for if you actually made it through this, because I kind of drag on, so. Don't mean to rant. Mean to rant, but I do. And you know, I don't know. Maybe the answer is maybe we need to get on YouTube and just do like Star Trek Continues and Star Trek Phase 2, and maybe we need to make our own Star Wars and it just be shitty fan stuff, or you know, somebody out there'd probably get some money together, get some Kickstarter stuff going until Disney probably sue the shit out of them, or do like the Paramount CBS had to do with. Putting guidelines down. You can't make it over 15 minutes, so you'd have to tell it in 14-minute installments, and you couldn't use the actual Star Wars music, you know, unless you paid to or something. You probably couldn't use. You'd probably have to sew your own outfits. You could probably use the Force, the lightsaber stuff, you know, but you'd probably have to put a disclaimer in there that it's props that you bought, or you know, just. But I don't know. Maybe that's the answer. Is just that YouTubers need to either get together or sit down and start making fan Star Wars movies. There already has been some made, but I mean, literally get somebody dressed up like Luke Skywalker and somebody like Rey and somebody like some of the characters, and 3D model some of these ships. You know, get Blender. Blender is something I've been using for a while now for books that I've been writing, and well, let's see. Like this is one of the ships I'm working on right now. Come on, pop up here. For a book I'm writing and for Wikipedia articles and stuff, but and a lot of people didn't think Blender was very good because it's kind of a jack of all trades in 3D modeling and video editor and stuff, but there's a lot more professionals using it now, and I think Autodesk and Maya and some of them guys are getting kind of nervous because more and more people are figuring out that this will do almost anything that Autodesk, Maya, ZBrush, Mudbox, all of these programs that cost you a crap load of money, you can just get it in here, and plus this is open source, and if you know what you're doing, you can actually improve Blender for them and stuff. Sorry for the plug. I like Blender. I use GIMP. I use GIMP 2, which is right here, because it's free, and I think you can do anything you can do in Photoshop, you can do in GIMP 2. I think they're coming out with GIMP 3 here shortly, and Blender's coming out with a new one, and they're putting in what's called a program called Eevee, and Eevee is going to be like V-Ray, and you know, the way Blender keeps going, another 10 years, there probably won't be Autodesk or Maya unless you just have some people that's all they know how to use and they're hardcore on it and stuff. All right, I'm at 29 minutes, so I'm going to go now. Thanks for listening, and if you like, check my channel out. But I definitely like your channel, sir. I'm subscribing, and keep up the good work and keep the faith, brother.